You're not lazy. You just don't have the right direction to channel your focus and your energy into. And here's what I mean by that. Think about back when you were in school and you were listening to a teacher. Let's say it's a math teacher or like science or something that at least I thought was kind of boring. I never really got a whole lot of interest in those subjects. I was usually more interested in like history and like, wars and like all this different kind of stuff. But let's just think about back in school, when you were in class and you were listening to a teacher talk about something that you just thought was so boring. Like you just couldn't pay attention. Like you're, moving your feet around, like you're, writing stuff down, doodling, whatever, sticking gum underneath your desk, whatever you guys were doing in school. Those are the things that I was doing. But it's hard for you to focus on that because you're not interested in it, right? That's how things work in real life. If you're not interested in something and genuinely interested in something, you're going to be bored. You're going to be, itching to get up and go do something. You're going to go to the bathroom 4 or 5 times in the middle of class, right? These are all things we've done before, but it's because we weren't interested in what it is we were working on, right? We didn't see the value in what it is we were working on, okay? When I was in math class doing the Pythagorean theorem, I knew in the back of my head, like, dude, I'm never going to use this in my life ever outside of this. So I'm just wasting my time here. Why am I working on this? Why am I, buying this like $120 calculator? Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Why am I doing all this different kind of stuff that I'm never going to use? It's never going to be applicable to me in my life. My teachers told me I would never have a calculator. I have a phone everywhere I go. The world is changing and we have to shift our focus into the things that actually capture our attention. And if the things don't capture our attention that are important, like for example, if we need to work out and that's just boring to us, we have to find a way to make that exciting, make that something that we get excited about. And the way we do that is we do that by shifting our focus, right? So instead of thinking about, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to the gym, what we have to do is we have to shift our focus. Instead of thinking about that, we have to think about how good we're going to look when we're at the pool and, what that's going to look like. We're going to have girls that are coming up to us or, whenever we talk to girls or guys or whatever, they're going to be a lot more receptive. How good you're going to feel with your new body when you're looking, in the mirror and you're flexing and all this different kind of stuff that guys do, right? This is what we do, right? You have to shift your focus on the end goal and not necessarily the, short-term tasks that you have to work on in the moment, right? That's example number 1. Example number 2 could be like, hey, if you have a sales job or you're making phone calls or just any kind of job, right? Think about the money, right? Don't be thinking about, oh my gosh, I got to make this call. I got to send these emails. I got to do this. Don't think about that. Think about the money. You're getting paid to do whatever it is you're doing. If you have a business, you're getting paid to, supply some kind of service or product, right? Think about the money. Think about the end result. That has always helped me out in my life. And I hope it helps you guys out because it's a simple little mind shift that you can make that is going to make things easier in all aspects of your life. Just think about the end result, not necessarily the work that you have to put in right now. Just bite your tongue, get your job done, get the work done, go to the gym, whatever you got to do, just do it and don't think about it. And if you are going to think about it, think about the end result and what that work that you're doing right then and there is going to produce. That's a huge, huge tweak that you can make in your life that is going to make a massive difference on your attitude, on the level of focus that you have when you're doing different things. It's going to help you in all different aspects of your life, right? And bringing this back to the very first example of us sitting in class, it's hard for us to keep our focus and our attention fixed on a teacher who's talking about something that nobody cares about, right? But if he's talking about, World War II or guns and, all kinds of different stuff that I like I love to nerd out on that kind of stuff, man. I don't know if you guys like that kind of stuff, but that is like my jam, like World War II, war movies, guns, all this different kind of business, money, how to invest, how to get wealthy, how to do this, how to do that. I love that kind of stuff. I can sit down for hours on end and read books and, watch movies and documentaries. That's my jam, man. I love that kind of stuff. It's easy to keep my attention. I get focused and excited about those kinds of things because I just like them, right? So if you can, if you have any kind of thing in your life that's like that, like let's say you get excited about, literally anything. It does not matter. Painting your nails, right? If you're hopefully a girl, painting your nails or, boxing or, you know, football, anything, man. Think about something in your life that you get excited about genuinely and that gives you energy. And if you're one of those people, like we all are in some kind of way, shape, or form, you can see that you're not lazy when it comes to that. You're just super focused and you're excited, right? So it's not you being lazy that's the problem. It's that you're not focusing on things that matter, that get you excited in the real world, right? And if we can focus on the things that get us excited, projects that we're excited to work on, you know, things that we're excited to do, it's going to make our life experience a lot better, right? I know that's kind of, I don't even know how to explain it, but like in an ideal world, yes, we'd all be doing things that we're excited about. But again, I also understand that we live in reality and we all have to do things every single day, myself included at the top of the list. We have to do things that we don't want to do. And if we can just do those things that we don't want to do and remember the end result on why we're doing it and the reason that we started it, the reason we went to the gym, the reason we, started this business, the reason we started doing that, the reason we started, working out, all this different kind of stuff, man. If we can just remember why we started doing that, that's going to give us that little boost that we need in order to get through the day and to get us started, right? Because once you, again, in this same example, once you get to the gym and you're moving around and you're warming up and you're lifting and things are going well, it's usually people don't quit at that point. It's easy to finish a workout once you're there and you're moving. It's just hard to get out of the car and walk into the gym. You know what I mean? At least that's how it is for me. It's hard to get started because, oh my gosh, I'm sore. I don't feel like doing this. I got so much other shit to do. But if you can just get over that and remind yourself, hey, I'm doing this so that I can look good, so I can pick up more girls. I'm doing this so I can look good and I can feel more confident. I'm doing this to be healthier. It doesn't matter. Whatever reason you're starting something, remember that reason and reference that whenever things get hard. And I know that's like cliche and like something that like people talk about all the time. Oh, remember why you started. But it's true. It's cliche for a reason. So, yeah, I hope this helps you guys out, man. Focus on what you're focusing on. And if you can do that and remind yourself of the end result that you're working for on a daily basis, it's easier to get up and get the things done that you have to do on a daily basis. And that's just something that I've kind of picked up in my life. I hope this helps you guys out. I hope this is something you guys can use in your life and something that, helps you guys get closer to the goals that you guys have as well. Because again, I make these videos, but I'm on this journey just like you guys. I have all kinds of different things I'm trying to work on, things that I'm trying to get better at, things that I'm terrible at. And, I'm on this journey with you guys, man. And any of the things that I learn on this journey, I try to just share them on this channel, and hopefully it makes your experience a little bit easier and you don't have to learn from the same mistakes that I've made. But, I can tell you, man, this is one of the biggest things that you can do that's going to improve your attitude, improve your focus, and just help you to live a more fulfilling life, because you're going to be able to get so much more done and be focused and excited about it, even if it's something that's boring, right? If you're digging ditches, you can remember that, hey, I'm getting paid. Most people don't have a job. If something as boring as that might be, unsexy as that might be, you can find the light in it, and you can, just fixate all of your attention on that end result, as even though it might suck, right? So anyway, guys, I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments if this is something that helped you, because again, this is something I try to remind myself of on a daily basis. But anyway, guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Would love to get your guys' support on the channel, because this is a tiny little YouTube channel, and we're trying to make this a bigger movement, and that comes with you guys. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.